Welcome back. I have Yubel for a deck profile today. Now, Yubel did get hit on the ban list, but it also opening of the Spirit Gate's potential again by bringing it back to 3. Now, the hit was Phantom of Yubel, but we have combos in the deck to recycle the Phantom of Yubel, which just allows us to keep playing, which is amazing. This is a pure deck profile, though. So no Fien Smith. It is just Yubel. So we'll get started with 3 of the starter, which is Dark Beckoning Beast. Which, if we start with Beckoning Beast, we can add Opening, which allows us to get our combos going by adding either another Beckoning Beast or Chaos Summoning Beast. And then we get an additional normal summon, which allows us to start our Unchained combo of the deck, which is just amazing. Moving on to the next card, we play 3 Samsara de Lotus. It is a starter, and in a pure deck, you always want to start with this or Beckoning Beast. Now, if Samsara is on the field, we can tribute it off to special a Yubel monster from our deck. And then during our end phase, we can actually just special this back out. And also during our opponent's turn, we can tribute this card. And then the activated effect of our opponent's monster becomes destroy 1 Yubel on the field, which will of course trigger our Yubel monsters. We are only playing 2 Spirit of Yubel. Now, Spirit of Yubel, I have considered it playing at 3. I've never considered it playing at 1 in a pure build, of course. If it's destroyed, we can special a Yubel monster from our deck. Also, this card is normal or special summon. We can set or add a speller trap that mentions Yubel. We're usually specialing it off of the Samsara de Lotus, sorry. We're playing 2 Gravesquirmer. Gravesquirmer is just great to keep our combo going, so if we open it, it's fine. If we don't, we can search it out during our combo, which allows us to special summon itself if we can roll a 0/0 Fiend. Also, if this card is no more special summon, we can destroy a Fiend monster we control, which allows us to trigger our Yubel monsters, or we just have Link Father during our turn. Next card we play is, of course, Yubel itself. Now, if Yubel is destroyed, we can special a 0/0 Fiend monster from our deck that mentions Yubel. Also, our opponent will be dealt damage off of its own, off of the Yubel effect. Off of the Yubel, we usually special the Terror Incarnate, which gives us some recycling power when it's used, when it's sent to grave off of card effect. Going into the Unchained package of the deck, we have 1 Unchained Soul of Shavara. Now we can destroy a Fiend monster we control and special this card out. And then when this card is sent to the graveyard, we can add a Unchained Trap card. We also play the Chaos Summoning Beast, of course, with opening back to 3. Chaos Summoning Beast isn't required, but is nice to have. Just begin with opening. We play triple copies of Throne. Now, Throne is absolutely amazing. It searches our. It is pretty much a starter. It also will be an extender. If a Yubel monster is destroyed, we can add a Yubel, a monster that mentions Yubel. And then, in ignoring any summoning conditions, we can summon it out. We play 2 copies of Nightmare Pain. Now, Nightmare Pain itself is great. It isn't a starter, unfortunately, but it is part of a combo. Off of the Spirit of Yubel, after it's summoned, we can set the Nightmare Pain, activate Nightmare Pain, and destroy our Spirit of Yubel to continue follow up with our Spirit of Yubel, and this, of course, gets the search off of the destruction effect. which just allows us to play off. We can also destroy from our hand, which does come up playing 2. We can destroy a spirit or a Yubel monster from our hand. We play triple copies of Opening of the Spirit Gates. Now, Opening of the Spirit Gates is absolutely amazing as a starter. Of course, we do want to see Beckoning Beast over the opening, but even if we start with opening, since we are playing the Chaos Summoning Beast, we can continue the combos anyways. Now, its secondary effect, we can discard a card and special a 0/0 Fiend from our graveyard, which can either be Samsara or Beckoning Beast, which is just amazing. That if our Beckoning Beast gets negated, we can just summon out Samsara if we have Samsara in hand. Now Yubel Pier, I love to play Super Poly. Super Poly is amazing. We have an extra deck monster that uses Super Poly. All we need is a Yubel monster, and any monster on field can be used for a summoning condition. So we can use all of our opponent's monsters, which is just absolutely amazing. We also have a couple generic targets for Super Poly in the main deck, or in the extra deck, sorry. We are playing 1 for 1. 1 for 1 just gets you your Samsara Lotus, which is just great to have started. We are playing the Unchained. Chamber of the Unchained, sorry about that. It just special summons a Unchained monster from our graveyard, which will usually be our Rage off of the combo. And if this card is destroyed by a card effect, it can special an Unchained monster from the deck, which never comes up, unfortunately. But it's alright. Moving on to hand traps, we play triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Now, Ash Blossom is considered still one of the best hand traps, and in my opinion, I agree with that statement. It is falling off just a little in this meta because it doesn't do enough, but it just will always be a must-have card in any given deck. We play our triple copies of Effect Veiler, allowing us to negate an effect on our opponent's side of the field during the turn is just absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, the meta is calling for more hand traps, so we also have to pair it up with others to make an effective move during our opponent's turn. Unfortunately, you can't activate it during your own turn, which kind of sucks, but I think it's alright. Ghost Mourner. Now, Ghost Mourner has really grown on me. I've been using it a lot lately in many of my decks. Allowing us to negate the effect of an on-summon monster is just great, because most cards nowadays are on-summon effects. But if that monster leaves the field, our opponent has to take the attack as damage, which is a great card for time, and a lot of people forget that it has that secondary effect. I have won games off of that secondary effect. Our opponent was trying to burn us during the main phase. I activated the effect, they sent it off, and their burn damage was not enough. In my opinion, the best hand trap and board breaker, Infinite Impermanence, is Effect Veiler as a trap that allows us to set it as well, so we can activate it during our turn. Which is just absolutely incredible to have something like that in any given deck. We play 2 copies of Triple Tactics Talent. Now, Talent allows us to rip a card, draw cards, or just take a card from our opponent. Of course, they do have to activate a monster effect, and if they're playing during our turn, it doesn't benefit us at all. But with something like this, we can definitely continue playing. We are playing the one of Called by the Grave. Now, Called by the Grave is absolutely incredible in any given format. Avoiding hand traps is beautiful. Moving on to the extra deck, we play 1 copy of Phantom of Yubel because it's at 1, unfortunately. But Phantom of the Yubel allows us to tribute itself off and destroy a Yubel monster from our deck. Well, it makes our opponent make us do it, in a sense. It changes the effect of our opponent's monster effect to destroy a Yubel monster in our deck, which will, of course, trigger our Yubel monsters. We play 1 Yubel, the Loving Defender Forever. This is the card we have for Super poly, just allowing us to use all of our opponent's monsters and, of course, one Yubel monster. And it has a great battle effect, which is just incredibly good. We played a Garua and a Mud Dragon, most generic super poly targets in the game. We have the extra deck space, so we're going to play them. Draw a card off of Garua and avoid being targeted off of Mud Dragon. For a niche combo that only gets, if our Beckoning Beast gets hand trapped, we can link it off into the Almirage, which allows us to just continue playing. We have Cross Sheep, which I am now considering to cut since Phantom of Yubel has been hit to 1. But if we bring this out and then bring out the Phantom, we just get more link fodder, which is amazing in the deck. We are playing a Fiend, so we're going to be playing Muckraker of the Underworld. Specialing a Fiend from our graveyard is just great in this deck. Having link material is just amazing. Also, if our opponent were to activate an effect, we can change the effect to tribute one Fiend monster we control, which is okay. Tributes in this deck isn't really necessary, but it is nice to have. We play, of course, the SP Little Knight. It's generic, it's great. We usually bring it out through our Rage combo. But we're going into our Unchained package, which is our Soul Lord of Yama, our Soul of Rage, Soul of Anguish, and Unchained Abomination. Now, these two are definitely not necessary for the combo, so we'll talk about these two first. Our Yama will allow us to add Shavara, and then we can link those two off into Rage, allowing us to use our opponent's monster as like material off of the Rage during our opponent's turn, of course, which will usually be our opponent's monster and Rage into SP. Going on Anguish, if we get into an Anguish, we can just now use the effect of Rage during our turn, of course, through Anguish, which is amazing, which we usually link into Abomination since we have the ability to. There's just 2 destruction effects during our opponent's turn, one during the main phase and one during the end phase, which is just great. For a little Floodgate-ish kind of card, we play Nightmare Griffin. If it's co-linked, we can not allow our opponents to special summon a monster on the onto the field, which is just great. Sorry, they can't use its effects. They can special summon monsters, but they can't use the effects of special summon monsters. A board breaker kind of card, Access Code Talker. Now, I don't think this card is necessarily great in the deck, but we have the space for it, so might as well play it. Being able to link it off just through our combos normally is just great. And then we are playing the one of Verudris, the final bringer of End Times. Now, Verudris is absolutely amazing. He's one of the still standing Omni Negates alongside Toad, in my opinion. Those are the 2 best ones left. But for now, that's it for the Yubel pure deck profile. Now, Yubel itself is still going to top with the Fien Smith engine, but I think in a local setting or even a regional setting, pure Yubel can do just great things for your game. And learning these combos can be traditionally easy. You just need to know how to trigger them off. Of course, the Yubel monsters like being destroyed. Beckoning Beast is one of an amazing starter, which gets you into full combo with an Unchained monster, going through the Unchained line. But for now, that's everything for Yubel. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it, comment if you have any questions, any combo video you'd like to see or anything like that. And finally, don't forget to subscribe. We're hitting 55 and I would like to hit 100. I know it's big to ask by the end of the year, but let's see if we can do it.